The rise and fall of Nokia. What went wrong? In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia was the king of the mobile phone industry. Its phones were everywhere, and it seemed like everyone had a Nokia in their pocket. But then, something changed. By the mid-2010s, Nokia was no longer the dominant force it once was. So what happened? What went wrong? As per experts, there were a number of factors that contributed to Nokia's downfall. One of the biggest was the rise of smartphones. Nokia was slow to recognize the potential of smartphones, and when it did start making them, they were behind the curve. They were clunky, slow, and lacked the features that consumers were looking for. Another problem was our software. In an interview when asked to Nokia employee, they said, "We were still using an outdated operating system that was difficult to update and lacked the flexibility of newer systems." This made it hard for us to compete with companies like Apple and Google, who had more modern and flexible software. But it wasn't just software that was holding Nokia back. The company also struggled with internal issues. Nokia had a very bureaucratic culture that made it difficult to make quick decisions and respond to changes in the market. This meant that they were slow to adapt to new trends and technologies, and by the time they did, it was often too late. So, in the end, what was the main reason for Nokia's downfall? I think it was a combination of factors. Nokia was slow to recognize the potential of smartphones, and when they did start making them, they were behind the curve. They also struggled with internal issues that made it hard for them to adapt to changes in the market. Ultimately, Nokia was a victim of its own success. They were so dominant in the mobile phone industry for so long that they became complacent and failed to keep up with the changing landscape. And so, the company that once ruled the mobile phone industry faded into obscurity, a cautionary tale of what can happen when you fail to adapt to the times.